Welcome! It's a great day to be a miner. In today's video, we have an exciting new item to review. We have a Fifine Ampligame A8 RGB condenser microphone, because we all know that RGB adds sound quality. Without further ado, let's spin that intro. Welcome! First, I want to say thank you to Fifine Microphone for providing us with this product to review. That being said, this is not a paid review, and the opinions expressed in this are that of my own. So today we are going to unbox this thing. We're going to go over the specs, the features, and then we will compare it to some similar mics at similar price points, and then most importantly, we will discuss whether or not you should buy this microphone. Let's stop gabbing and let's start unboxing. Again, this is the Fifine Ampligame A8 condenser microphone. So next, let's find out what's in the box. Calm down, Brad. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. You know what time it is. RGB knife. Engage. Never gets old. Let's... Aw, really? There's no tape to even open. I'm sorry, buddy. We'll get back to you later. We'll just set that right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this thing up. Let's take a look at the box first and foremost. Mine came with a little dent in the corner, but not too bad. It says Ampligame A8 Fifine RGB mic series, multicolored RGB lighting, full voice and less noise, instant and easy to use. And then on the back, it lists some of the specs and the features. But let's go ahead and open this thing up. Alright, so first and foremost, this box isn't that heavy, so I'm not expecting a heavy metal body. So there's a nice foam packing, and it is actually entombed in here quite nicely. And then it has our A8 user's guide. We'll set that guy aside. And let's slide it out of the box. And in the bottom has a nice big solid piece of foam. And then here she is. Here is our microphone, exactly how it's sent. This is the first time opening. And as you can see by the wobble, it's definitely in an anti-shock mount for whenever you accidentally bump a desk. So let's look this guy over real quick. So initial look and feel. So the base is definitely a nice heavy metal on the base down here with a rubberized bottom so that you don't scratch anything. The arm, however, coming up, Actually, this is plastic, but inside I can tell there is metal. So it's actually plastic surrounding. This is just plastic with no metal in it. We have our nice little adjustment screw. This is all plastic sheathing. And then, of course, the nice little windscreen here and the microphone itself. So there's what it looks like coming straight out of the box as you would buy it from the Amazon or from the Fifine store. So let's take a quick peek and see what's in the little insert box. And inside of this box comes an adapter for if you're going to hook it to a boom mic. And this is kind of a nice little addition. It has the additional little insert so that you have an adapter. This insert can make it so that it's more versatile to hook to different types of boom mics. You can take the little insert out and hook it if you have the bigger insert, or if you have the smaller standard insert, you would put this in and then hook your boom mic right in. And then it comes with just this nice standard USB-C to USB-A cable. It looks like it has a little bit of length to it, and it has a nice little Velcro strapping as it's packed. So this mic, it is a USB condenser microphone. It runs off of the USB-C to the standard USB-A. It is a plug-and-play microphone, and it is supported across the main platforms, Windows and Mac, of course. And then it also states that it is good for PS5, which is interesting. It has a sleek design, as you can see here, and it does have a fairly sturdy desktop type mount. And then it has this cutesy little pop screen with a smile. Once we put some RGB to this thing, we'll be able to see this a little better. And then again, it does have the shock mount to eliminate excess sound due to desktop bumps. Okay, so before we go over our features, let's go ahead and take a closer look of it with it plugged in. I just plugged it into my mining rig back here off the side, just so that I can get the lighting effects going and what it would actually look like in use on your machine. So right here, it's automatically just cycling from one color to the next, and that's the standard color cycle that this thing actually features. It does have a button to change down here. Where is our button? It's right here on the back, and this will change our RGB modes. Okay, so I pushed it and now we're all red. So what happens if I just give it a simple tap? Now yellow, and it does seem to be pretty nice coloration. It's a deep hue. There's a nice looking green. That green's pretty sharp looking. And just a single tap on the back, light tap. It's not a click button, which is nice because the click button will interfere with your volume and make a really loud click when it's right against the mic. And so there's a nice blue. That blue looks pretty nice as well. Purple, white, and then back to our rainbow. That rainbow looks pretty good. The rainbow gradient, well, just let it cycle. That is a nice looking hue to it right there. So now our features. Right on the top, we have a convenient mute button with a red-green light indicator. You tap it once and then it'll turn red, and that red means that you are muted, and you tap it again and it is green, and again, there's no clicking to that. And on the bottom of this thing, there is a convenient gain knob up under, right under this base. Let's see if we can get a better look at this thing. Let's put this mic stand right there. So right underneath here, we have a convenient little gain knob, and that's for your mic input adjustment knob right there. And then on the very bottom, where we plug in the USB-C, there's also a plug right here. And this is for your headphone jack. And so that while you're streaming or you're recording, you can actively monitor your audio levels. So that's really convenient. It's much like a lot of the gaming headsets do that actually have the feedback. While you're talking, you can hear yourself talking. That's what this feature is basically in place to do. All right, now that we've taken a nice peek at this thing, a nice overview, let's go ahead and jump over to our desktop and let's do some testing on this thing. We'll do some comparative testing with the microphone setup I already have, and then we'll actually look at some other examples from some other models and makes and price points and give you a good idea of where this stands in the current market. All right, so here we are over in my battle station, my main testing area. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and test. We're gonna compare the new Fifine A8 with my current setup, which is an older Tonor 777. It's kind of hard to see there, but it is on a boom mic and it's got the nice screen. And it has served me quite well for about a year and a half. This thing cost me about 50 bucks, the Tonor 777, about a year and a half ago, and it's really been a solid budget performing microphone. And let's go ahead and do a comparative test read on the Tonor with the boom mic versus the Ampligame A8 Fifine on the desktop stand. And we're going to run through OBS software to actually keep the levels consistent, and we're going to test them and see which one sounds the best and let you decide, and you can make sure to post down in the comments which one you think sounds better. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, we're going to start off with the Tonor 77. Let's do a test read. Here we go. Welcome. It's a great day to be a miner. In today's video, we're going to do some testing and some nerdy numbers. Make sure to like and subscribe. Test number 2, we have the Fifine hooked up and ready to go in OBS, and let's go ahead and do the test read. Welcome! It's a great day to be a miner. In today's video, we're going to do some testing and some nerdy numbers. Make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, so first off, I have these microphones at similar distances from my face. I have the Tonor up here, and it is on the boom mic. I have the Fifine down here on the desktop, and it is about the same exact distance from my mouth to the microphone. The gain is turned all the way up on the Fifine, There is no gain adjustment on the microphone itself for the Tonor, so it is going with the levels of OBS. And let's switch back over to the Tonor now. All right, so here we are back over into our Tonor. Again, make sure to listen to the two samples and see which one you think sounds superior to the other, because this one nowadays runs about 30 bucks, and we'll look at that in a minute, and this one runs about $50, and I have a feeling that this one is going to blow this older one out of the water in sound quality, but we're going to see. So let's flip back over again and test this one and just go through the gain, adjust the gain, and test the actual mute button to make sure it works flawless. All right, back over to the A8 Fifine, and there we go. It is working. I can see it moving on my screen. So let's go ahead and just tap the mute button. And so now you can probably hear me. So that is pretty flawless, but you will notice that it's green or red, so that's very convenient. So let's adjust the gain on this thing and see how it varies. So now I'm slowly cranking the gain down. I'm not moving the volume of my voice, but I am adjusting the gain on the physical microphone itself. So yeah, that's pretty slick how it goes up and down. Okay, so one last piece that I did want to test was the headphone input. Since I like to wear my headphones while I'm doing playing or streaming or testing or whatever I'm doing, I would like to have the feedback. Right now, I don't have any feedback running through the headset itself because I'm running through OBS. So let's try to plug this guy in here and see if I get feedback of me actually speaking in my own ears. Okay, so just like that, now I have my headphones plugged into the bottom of the microphone itself, right down here. Let's see, right down there. The other one is the power and the USB-C. And so then it's plugged in, and now while I'm talking to the microphone, I can actually hear myself in the headset, which is kind of a nice feature. And all right, so let's hop back over into our web browser here and take a look at this guy. Here is the official listing on Amazon, and they have it listed at $47.99. And it goes over a lot of the same specs and features that we discussed. And again, it's $47.99. So what I did was next I looked up my associated mic that I have been using, the Tonor 777. And here it is, the TC-777. And here it is only $30. Now, I don't believe, and that's without the boom arm. I added another boom arm that was like $15, $20. So the price is kind of comparative when you add the boom arm to it compared to the cheap desktop stand it had. Now, the sound quality, in my opinion, is far superior on the Fifine A8 Ampligame microphone. So if you're going super budget, I've went through a lot of the lower pricing. This would be my choice, my suggestion for any of you that are going bare bones, cheapest you can go, but still have some sort of quality input. Go with the Tonor TC77. Next, if you want to go the upgrade, I highly advise to going to the A8 Ampligame at the $47.99 price point. Let's look at some others around that same price point. So another microphone that is in about the same price tier that is very competitive with, say, this microphone is the Razer Siren Mini USB condenser microphone. And it is really a great microphone from all count purposes. I watched many reviews on this thing as well. The only difference is it's actually a lot smaller, which is, it's kind of nice, I guess. People want smaller. It is a nice small microphone, and it has great performance. It doesn't offer some of the other features like the beautiful RGB glow, the mute button, the headphone jack input that the Fifine does, but it is really solid. It's a heavy-duty microphone, and if you don't care about those other options, this one in the same price tier may want to compete with this. Here is a Fifine, a different version of a Fifine that's actually really highly rated. Again, it's an older version. It doesn't come with the beautiful RGB and the other additional features that this one does, but it does come with a boom mic, and it is about the same price point. So this is another one that you may want to look into. Alright, so next, let's look at another one that's in the next tier up. The next step up is the Fifine itself, and it is a USB mic, and it is more of a, this is called the K690, and it's more of a classical desktop mic setup, and it does have the nice gain on it and the phone jack input. So that is a nice plus, and the mute button, but it's the clicky type mute button. and it is a step up in price, and the quality is probably about the same as this one as it stands. So in my opinion, if you were going to go up to that $80 price point, you may want to go with the blue Snowball version. And I have actually watched a side-by-side comparison with the blue Snowball and this particular A8 microphone. And in that comparison, the user said that they actually preferred the sound quality of the Fifine, which actually was mind-blowing, knowing that so many people love and use that Snowball design. So that's about it for that next tier up. Let's go to the higher tier up. Not the most premium, but the most bang for buck, I would say, price point are at about this $115. And this is where the Blue Yeti falls in. If you really want to go for high quality without completely destroying the budget, the Blue Yeti and also this HyperX QuadCast. And so another great option, and in this tier would be my choice if I were buying from this tier, would be the HyperX QuadCast S model. This thing is a wonderful mic. It has the beautiful glow, the RGB. Tons of really great streamers use this thing. Tons and tons of reviews out on this thing. 22,000 ratings, and it has only $119. So what you have to decide is the upgrade to the HyperX worth the $70 additional over the Fifine A8 Ampligame? And I guess that depends on what your specific needs are and what your budget is and what you can afford. If you're planning to make a career out of streaming, you're planning to do it for many years to come forward, you might want to go ahead and make the bigger investment. If you are a casual streamer, casual gamer, and you want a great upgrade and you want to level up your game without throwing down an immense amount, I suggest the A8 Fifine Ampligame. Alright, so that will complete our testing. Again, I'm back over onto this microphone just to switch back on the volume. So that'll conclude our testing and comparison. Let's hop back over to our set and get a better look at and close this thing out. Alright, so now that we've already went over our testing, let's go over some of the pros and the cons that I found with this microphone. So first and foremost, the stand for me is a little bit of a con. I'm not a big fan of this type. I actually prefer the boom arm, and they do have different models of this microphone with a boom, and this does come with the nice adapter with the insert so that you could easily buy a $15 boom arm, $20 boom arm, hook this thing on, and then you have a really nice setup. Now that being said, this stand is much better than some of the ones that have like the tripod, the 3 legs that come out of the bottom. This looks so much more sleek and stylish, and it actually is a lot more solid than the tripod design. The shock mount is a very nice, and it does get a little bit wobbly on this piece even when it's cranked down. That's neither here nor there. Another con for me would be the RGB modes. There's not enough different modes, varying modes that you could select, and there's not an integrated RGB software that comes with this particular type of microphone. So that's a con, but not a very big con for me. And then the biggest one for me is that the microphone itself and mostly the stand is an all lightweight plastic feel, and it's not the type of mic that feels like if I drop this thing off my desk multiple times, that it's going to survive or that it's going to still function at full capacity. Just something to keep in mind. Now let's go over our pros. All right, now for the good. Obviously, most importantly, the beautiful RGB glow. Just look at this thing. It really is beautiful, and especially on a live stream, this thing would look really nice. And now the real important piece. This microphone does offer a great sound range and a great relative performance, and it definitely comes in at a competitive budget price point. Let's go ahead and put a bow on this thing. The Fifine Ampligame A8 RGB condenser microphone. It's a sleek, it's a solid performer at a very competitive price point. This microphone is a great upgrade for any entry-level gamer or streamer looking to level up their game, so to speak. And one last thing, I did a ton of research and I added some links to other top-performing mics from other groups down in the description if you want to check those out. And let's go ahead and pop over to that outro. Well, there you have it, the Fifine A8 Ampligame microphone. This seems to be quite a quality streaming and gaming microphone that really won't break the bank. If you like the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the ride. Pew.